Hello, everyone, and welcome to the back half of round number 1 at the 2021 Chainhawk Open. Tim Miller, the disc golf guy. We're out at Northside Park Disc Golf Course, and this is our opening round. We've got Casey White mic'd up. We heard a little bit from him during the front half, and now, well, we'll check in and see how things are going here on the back half. But right now, we've got Double G, Garrett Gurthie. He's sitting at 5 under through the front 9. I'm trying to get to 7 under.
I was trying to lay up, but I was on. I'm up.
At least he's keeping it real with us. He said he was just trying to lay it up. Here's his brother, Evan Gurthie. Evan, few birdies, few bogeys during the front half. We'll see if he can get it going.
Be a flying squirrel. For Danny.
Nice park job there by Evan. Here we have Casey White. Casey comes in 2 under on the front 9. .254 feet, averaging 2.3, so one of the easiest holes on the course.
Oh my goodness, it's trash.
Well, Casey might think otherwise. Here's AJ Carey. AJ also at even.
Skip it.
Please do. Yep. Yeah, we're in. All right. Yes.
Casey left with just about a circle's edge putt for the birdie. Relatively open. You see the tree, but it doesn't really come into play there. And just off the top band for Casey. Nice firm putting stroke by AJ Carey. That will move him to 1 under par. By my quick math, it looks like this was the number 1 most birdied hole on the course here today in the opening round. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our lead card is helping those numbers much at this point. See if Evan can convert.
Yep.
As I mentioned, in the first 9, we'll see our competitors out here for rounds 1 and 3, where they'll play the Northside Park. Round number 2, they'll be at the Jonesville Park. So we'll be seeing you there. I will be bringing you the chase card coverage at Jonesville, as well as this final round back here at Northside. Fox Hills Production will have lead card action for both rounds 2 and 3. They also had a great feature card. And I believe they covered the skins match that took place on Thursday as well. So make sure you check out their channel. I love the shot there by AJ. As you can see, 2 baskets here in the frame, but it's the one that is short and left. And this hyzer shot is exactly what you're looking for, but it needs to pump the brakes. And unfortunately, it just slides down the hill. Double G isn't sure of it at the time, but it slides down the hill and finds the water just beyond the pin. You have about 28 feet coming back. And that's clipping trees on the right side. Takes a little off. We'll see what kind of putt he's left with. And not that that's a close range distance, but especially when you have the water directly behind the pin. You're going to see a quick pitch there by Evan. The water can certainly come into play here for Casey if he doesn't.
Oh my goodness, what am I doing, Terry? Ay, ay, ay.
I don't have answers for you, Casey. I put away my professional disc golf bag many years ago when I picked up a camera. And Double G not able to convert, so he's going to walk away with a bogey. And meanwhile, AJ Carey has picked up a couple birdies in a row. This hole averaged exactly 3. And they're going to move on. Big thanks to all of my Patreon subscribers and supporters. If it were not for my Patreon account, there's a ton of footage that you would never see. It would never even get recorded. Whether it comes out right away or not is another thing, but it would never even get recorded without all of the help of my Patreon subscribers. And look for additional giveaways and extra stuff thanks to all of those supporters, as AJ Carey's forehand is high and left.
Split him. Keep going.
300 feet here for hole 12. Average 2.74. And that is exactly what you want to do. If you're going to play the left to right forehand shot, coming in nice and low, skipping the last 30 or 40 feet to the pin. Great shot by Casey. We'll see if Double G can follow it. And that is a little tight. That's going to leave him with a pitch up to the pin. AJ very much thinking about the round that we shared here a year ago. He made a huge improvement back on hole number 6. I think he turned that from a bogey or a double bogey into a birdie. This is Double G to save the par. That is going to be back-to-back bogeys for Double G. It's probably not much of a consolation to him, but his jerky's really good. I'm not sure if he's thinking about that right now, but I most certainly am at this point in the round. Double G taps in. He moves back to 3 under par. And this shot is pretty similar to what we found on the previous hole. Maybe not quite as much of a hyzer or a correction and hyzer if you're going from left to right. But it does have a similar path that you could take when you're playing the left to right forehand. AJ goes with a route I haven't seen before, which is the flip up on that right side to play the right side tunnel. Most players will do exactly what we're seeing from Evan. And this hole's really deceptive in that it's essentially just dead straight. But it's easy to want to get it to move from left to right more drastic than you need to. You see Double G turning that over and it gets caught up. Had that come just inside the tree, I think you'd
Just
been right
wait for
there
him.
for it.
The ground freaking moves here. Oh, too high. Holy crap. You're trash. You're the worst freaking player.
Quite a range of emotions there by Casey. Everything from the self-affirmation of just make it to not being his #1 fan. And Double G can't convert. He's just a little bit off at the moment. Meanwhile, going the route less taken. AJ's left with a little bit of an obstructed putt. And that's a birdie. You can tell he's pumped. Solid comeback for Casey. A little bit of frustration as he's now just at 3 under. So very tight scores at this point. But if you're looking ahead at the leaderboard, you're seeing that through 13, most of our top players throughout the entire division are probably in that 7, 8 under territory right now through 13 holes. These guys are certainly off the pace as Double G will tap in for the par. That played at 2.74, one of the easier holes. Maybe that was the last one. 2.58, even easier. Here we are on 14.
Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. That's all right.
This had a sharper angle to it last year, and they're playing a different pin position. And I'll admit, as many times as I moved around on the tee, my camera wanted to keep focusing on these leaves and tree branches directly in front. I know, cameraman problems, but sometimes when you're a one-man show, that's what happens.
Hold. Now sit. Ugh.
Like hole 2, Casey not opting for the backhand, but instead trying to play the flex shot, forehand flex. He's going to be outside of the circle on the right side. Double G looks to scoot just inside the circle.
You've been making these freaking all the time. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh!
Maybe a little self-identity crisis. I'm not sure what's going on there with Casey. Oh, short for Evan on line from outside the circle. Double G. 25 feet or so. Let's see if he can get things going. When we started this back 9, he was 5 under. A couple bogeys, but that birdie brings him back to 4. Splitting the uprights to walk away with the par in the very loud and busy highway directly behind. AJ, much less obstructed than last year. He said that I was giving him a hard time in the commentary because he opted for a very low percentage route. And again, making up for mistakes of previous rounds. Solid birdie for AJ. Big shout out to Nate and Shop LIS Open. They've got some great products over there, and they've been very supportive of my efforts for the Disc Golf Guy vlogs.
That's not going to be that bad.
So this is a par 4.
I think that's fine.
You really need to get past this initial crest of trees. It is drivable with a huge roller. We're going to see something by Double G. But you need to hit the right line, and that's a good-looking line, but it may have flipped up and turned over a little too hard at the end. That's going to leave him a little short. Certainly an eagle opportunity, though, for a good roller. There's a Mando on the far right side, just about where AJ had placed himself.
Ah. Boom. Right in it. Sweet.
I don't think he meant that. So I know I mentioned it a few times, but this is the first time I've produced
That was the luckiest gap alive. Cool.
a full...
Another par.
As we listen to Casey, this is the first time I've produced a full round that had a mic'd up player during it, during a serious round at least. And I'm looking for feedback. Do you need to hear more? Do you need to hear less? Does having the insights or additional comments really matter to you? I know plenty of other channels have been doing it. If I'm being honest, I don't watch a lot of the other channels because I'm busy editing myself, but I'd like to know if that's something you'd like to see. Some players are more open and susceptible to it, and some don't really care for it. So I'm looking for feedback. Put that in the comments. That makes you eligible. I've got some leftover beef jerky. It's still closed packs, but
Stay up.
I've got leftover beef jerky that I can give away thanks to Double G.
Yep. That's it.
And you see Tournament Central up about the 11 o'clock position.
Nice putt.
AJ deliberated for quite some time, both left and right of that tree, and looks like he made the correct choice. Him and Evan both in for the birdies. Double G with an easy tap in birdie. And Casey's going to be left out of the birdie club here on 15 as he'll walk away at the par 4. Hole 15 average 3.56, so nearly 50% of the field picked up a birdie there. We move on to the very treacherous 16. There's OB everywhere. And unfortunately, that's a red paddle.
Too wide.
That's hanging high and wide, but it's gone long and did not hook up. So that's going to be a red paddle OB for Double G.
That looks great. Win it.
Casey likes it.
Oh, get down. Nice shot.
Big shout out to all the spotters and volunteers that are out here this weekend. 250 plus players for the 10th annual Chainhawk Open.
Is that good? It looks black.
Well, I mean, it's not red.
Yeah, it's not red. Fair enough. Whoops.
Wasn't sure if that was an Eric Oakley shout out or not, but yep, that dark color that's not red is good. And from the drop zone, AJ puts himself up there to save the par. Double G had gone long into the second area, so he'll get to take it from where he was last in bounds there. Gives it a good bid to save the par, but that's unfortunately looking like a bogey. This hole averaged 3.09 on the day. And I'm honestly surprised it's not more. There's OB everywhere on a very tight green. AJ works hard to collect the par, or correction, the bogey.
Oh my God. What are you doing, man? You're so bad. It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing, Casey. You're just not having your best day at golf. So this is Evan. After all of those shots, is excited to get up here and cash in the birdie. Casey walks away with the par still. And Casey, you can't be too bad. You rated 1022. You've had a heck of a season. As we know, he's spending time down at New World for his off season. And we're going to head over to hole 17. Just 2 left to play in our opening round. Evan with the honors. Evan comes in with a 993 rating into this tournament. His brother, Garrett, 1031.
Oh, please. Please, please. Uh-oh.
He's asking
Sit down.
for it.
Sit. Okay. Thank you.
Really a picture-perfect shot here by Casey. And if we're talking ratings, AJ comes into this event with a 1010 rating. AJ sponsored by Dynamic Discs. Of course, Double G with Team Innova. His brother with Pro Discus. And Casey with Discmania. And that looks like it's deep of the pin, but you'll see here in a moment, it's just about pin high. Rake, bounce back for Double G, negating the bogey on the previous hole. Evan currently sits at 4 under. And if you think all the way back, he had a rough start. We'll spoil hole 1. He opened with a double bogey, and I believe was right around even through 9. So he's really picking it up here in this back half.
Hey, what do you know? Look at you go. You didn't miss. Oh my goodness, you're trash.
And believe it or not, Casey had the birdie there as well. Honored to be a supporter and sponsor here at the 2021 10th Annual Chain Hawk Open. Here's Evan Gurthie, final hole. looking for a little bit more air. I love the flight. Pretty good move that he put on it. A few feet higher. Certainly could have helped. Here's Casey going roller.
I didn't torque it enough. That's fine. Yeah.
Beautiful conditions out here throughout all of round one. Really no wind to speak of. Temperatures in the mid 70s.
Hold. Don't hit that. Yeah, G. Good shot.
Double G looking for his date Jessica out on the dance floor there. That just never turns over for AJ. He's going to have a little work to do.
Yeah, I just remember, like, I mean, obviously we played a bunch throughout the season just seeing you throw it, and I'm like...
Yeah, that's like my new baby that I was getting used to. And
yeah.
And out at Maple, it's like you throw the disc that's going to carry, you know, the shot.
Of course.
You don't throw what you think's going to sit in the water, okay? I said, I'm throwing the one I want. If I lose it, I'll adapt to the new one.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta feel those color glows.
I can understand, like, I'm okay with losing a disc, like at the bottom of the pond, never seeing it again. But knowing it was retrieved and then just not making it back to retrieve it before it's like sold to somebody else, that's why I'm like, no way am I gonna let all these discs die on the used rack.
Nope. I appreciate you snagging that one.
Yeah, of course.
That's that was my dad's ace disc at
cool.
Jonesboro. So
oh yeah, I remember. Yep.
Yeah. So that one's like a little piece.
Cool.
Little piece for the G family.
Casey and Double G talking about how he had grabbed a disc that Double G had left behind.
Oh, don't do that. Nice shot.
Little tidbit. I'd met the Gurthie family 1998. We were all much smaller back then, but the year was 1998. They traveled up to Wisconsin to play in the AM Worlds, which was
I just had to match that branch.
conveniently in my backyard.
I just matched the distance with the angle, and I'm like, if I freaking go right by that, it's parked.
Casey explaining the game plan there. Looked to be quite effective.
Garrett, remember how we saw that disc hanging on the edge for dear life when we were on 16's tee? Yeah. That was his shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
AJ with a look for the birdie. Oh, and the full send finds the water. And plenty of wildlife here on 18.
Come on. Oh! With the freaking ducks freaking out.
The bird coming
in
was a good sign.
Double G can't convert. There wasn't an eagle on 18. That was the only thing it was missing. So AJ is in for the bogey. He's going to finish at 3 under. And in order to not spoil what's taking place over on the Fox Hills card, here's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I'm going to show you who's on the chase card. Not even in that particular order, but the 4 players that I'll be covering on the chase card. That's how we're going to close out this video in a few seconds. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Do all the fun YouTube things. I told you earlier, make sure you comment so you could win some stuff. Please do all of that if you feel so inclined. Any Patreon support is always appreciated so I can keep bringing you guys this coverage. And if you're not interested to find out who's on the chase card, I didn't even put the scores in. I just listed the 4 players that I'll be covering that are on the chase card. Those will pop up in a moment. Looking forward to seeing you guys for round number 2 at the 2021 Chainhawk Open 10. Double G, Evan, Casey, along with AJ. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for letting me tag along for your round. Thank you to all of the viewers and subscribers. We'll see you guys for round number 2 tomorrow.